All right, Sagittarius, welcome to your new moon in Taurus spread. And we're going to start with some fun random cards just to see what pops out for you. Crown, honor and respect will come to you. You're like the third sign who's gotten that. Incredible. It's a common theme, okay? Dagger, fear, worries, tense situations. And bell, announcement. So I don't know. I'm getting this feeling like y'all are worried about something, okay? And perhaps you're going to hear some kind of announcement that is a tense situation for you, but it looks like in the end, something honorable and respectable will come to you, so that's good. But I guess some of you might be worried about somebody saying or doing something that leaves you not feeling very honored or respected, okay? This is an interesting message. Let me say that this new moon is hitting your sixth house, having to do with your vocation. So for some of you, it might be related to your job. For others of you, it may be health related. So are you worried about something with your health or something with your job? And if it's not that, it would be something that goes on in your day-to-day life, your habits, your routines, okay? Well, this might have to do with emotions, okay? And for some of you, getting new love. For others of you, this is more on a spiritual level, but let's see what the cards have to say. The main issue here is, looks like you're waiting on something, and I ain't gonna go there. Okay, some of you might be in a third-party situation, all right? And I'm not necessarily saying that there's cheating going on. It might be simply that maybe you're with somebody and wanting secretly to be with somebody else, or vice versa. It could be like a back burner relationship where somebody's thinking, if this doesn't work out, maybe I'll go try that person over there. But again, going back to the whole sixth house vibe of it, it looks like maybe you're waiting on something and maybe you're preparing for something. I'm preparing for an announcement, maybe um, preparing for the results, preparing to get, for some of you, a promotion, some kind of expansion in your life. Okay, you're waiting for something to come in for you in that respect. What you can control, well, messaging, I do feel like for some of you, if there's been some regret or, a desire to apologize, it's well within your ability to um, choose your words in a sensitive way to communicate yourself in a more sensitive way. Um, but this might also be a water sign that's relevant, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But somebody maybe who's younger than you or young at heart, man, there's that Nine of Swords that Scorpio got. Okay, so Scorpio might be, important here, or, it's very possible you have Scorpio in your chart because you're right next to Scorpio. So just saying, listen, the things that maybe you've been losing sleep over, worried about, anxious about, right? The fears, worries, the tense situations, okay? This is really not in your control. And I'm being brought again back to that serenity prayer where we can only control, the things that are within our control. So let's look at what you can trust. Well, if there's something legal, if a Libra is involved, you know, that could be something where you could put your trust. I'm also seeing the things being fair and balanced, but what you can't trust right now, what's making you maybe feel insecure or unstable, is stuff from your past. I do feel like I need to heal and open up with this uh, Ace of Cups, and I think you have an opportunity to do that. For some of you, getting new love, is really here, but I'm also seeing a lot of strong emotions, particularly about the anxieties. Okay. Let me see again what this is about. Like, maybe not opening up to something having to do All right, sorry about the noise. Opening up about something that maybe you have been closed off about, having to do with frustrations in your life. And it might have to do with money. It might have to do with debt. It may also have to do with a frustrating partner. Okay. And maybe you haven't entirely been opening up to people about this. So you just kind of been holding back, waiting on things, preparing for things to get better, maybe hoping on getting a promotion for some of you. I don't know why I'm getting like a boss or something, somebody with a open door policy, and they haven't had an open door policy. Have you not felt like you could freely go in and talk to them about where things are going or when are things going to open up or whatever? Somebody has not had an open door policy. It's been very, I'm getting something about not approachable, and that's been maybe frustrating for you. But I'm almost getting also like a waiting on the sidelines type of energy. But I do see some regret and sorrow having to do with a home family situation, maybe cash flow going on. And if it's not that, it could be money, property, money tied to property. Okay, there's some kind of regret or remorse there. Somebody's kind of sorry, and I see that it's within your control to communicate maybe to a family member or maybe a landlord. Okay. But I do see that some of you are very much stressing about a new beginning. Okay. And it might have to do with a child and something having to do with someone in authority or getting a new beginning, maybe with your reputation, people seeing you get this new beginning. There's stress about you, how this new start or new beginning is going to be perceived by others. Interesting. Okay. I think that you need to put your trust in making decisions that are fair and balanced. It's almost like you have to take a very accountable approach to it with that justice card. Um, you have to make decisions that are fair and legal, and you have to be mindful of your soul contracts with people. You have to be mindful of, karma and putting strife behind you. That's what you got to put your trust into, decisions like that, okay? But the stuff that is out of your control, it may be fated energies, things having to do with the alignment of the stars in terms of you getting forward movement, particularly pertaining to a woman moving or getting some kind of change in a relationship. Yeah, so I'm seeing like something being given here on an emotional level, and it might be an apology. And I'm not one of these people that is, because that's probably 90% of the readings that I see on YouTube is, reading upon reading about how you're going to get an apology, you're going to get an apology or something. No, I'm not going to go there with this reading. Well, I usually don't go there at all with those readings because I think most of that's, you know what I'm saying. But I am gonna say that I do see the potential here. But I'm feeling it more on your end. Okay, particularly if you are the younger person in this dynamic and you are sorry about something. It's well within your ability to communicate that. And I do see, again, you opening up with your emotions and being more generous and giving on an emotional spiritual level. I'm seeing that for Sagittarius. But it is a general reading, so if that's not you, it could be another person. But again, the way the cards are placing, it looks like it's yours, okay? Your advice here is to connect to your deepest inner knowing. Turquoise, awaken your empathy. Wow, there it is. That's within your control. And at the foundation, black, find the richness from the dark night. Again, I'm getting some scorpionic vibes, so Scorpio may be relevant. Might want to go watch that Scorpio reading, or this could just simply have to do with that recent lunar eclipse in Scorpio that we had on the 5th of May. So I think that there's a time I'm hearing rise again, okay, but it's coming through a depth of understanding the darkness of a situation and connecting and healing on an emotional level. Be blessed.